Okay, we're live.
Yay, I think. Hello, world.
Hello, snowy world.
Yeah. Um, I have a snow globe room that John Carson made. Do you have that one?
No, this is one I did a long time ago.
Oh, I bet the Don Carson one is older.
Probably.
Um, my stupid taskbar won't go away.
So
Oh,
yes,
sorry.
we have people in chat. Woohoo!
Wow, somebody said hi. That's awesome. And snow globe. I'm so excited. Um, but I can't reach my whole menu on this thing. So what are we doing today? I was thinking that we could spend a little time today showing how to make a gift wrap, like to make a wrapping paper texture without stealing an image from Google, which is always useful.
You mean 2D texture?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
but that won't take very long.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, there was a couple of comments under the Twitter post that somebody wanted, or people wanted, to be taught how to create. So
Oh,
yes.
so are they here in?
No, it's different people under the Twitter IMVU's Twitter feed.
But did they say they wanted to learn and then they came here, or they have?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I should read the tweet, but
Make them.
basically, they want to be taught how to dev or create.
Well, that is a good thing to know
Yeah,
how to do.
yeah. So I mean, what we could probably do with the texture is use that on CodeRodent's gift box that he uploaded. Derive from
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Is it just, how is it mapped? Is it just each face is separate?
The way well, it should still be that way. I'm not quite sure what CodeRodent did when he submitted it. If he altered it, but it was mapped so that each side of the box basically is mapped 1-to-1 to the 256.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. That's so easy, in my opinion.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we should just walk through like, how do you texture the
Well,
box?
the whole derivation. So somebody's created a mesh that you want to derive from. So how do you derive from the mesh?
Okay,
So, are you screen sharing?
sure, I will.
Yeah.
You want me to do it now?
Well, we don't have to do it right now, but
Because I'm ready, sort of, except I'm eating trail mix.
oh
In case you can't tell, I'm eating trail mix.
no. Oh, are you eating again?
Did you? Okay, I don't understand this. 11 people have purchased the empty derivable furniture product. Why?
Well,
Why?
doesn't it have the? It has the polka dot.
No, it's empty.
Oh,
It's a nothing. They purchased a nothing.
somebody appreciates the trail mix, that's for sure.
What?
Somebody just said yummy
Oh.
trail mix. That was
Wow, wow, puckaroo.
Puckaroo, yeah.
I think you have to say that like, wow, puckaroo.
Yeah.
Or is that World of Warcraft? Is it WoW or is it World of Warcraft?
If it's World of Warcraft, don't you have to say it sort of more seriously? You know, with the sort of
Like you're an orc or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Or Warcraft.
yeah. It is Warcraft.
Well, I'll just set the trail mix aside. I think I got too much of it anyway. Okay, I'll screen share. Let me swallow. Hold on. Okay, let's see here.
X. How can you be an X IMVU creator? For shame.
Oh, that's terrible. We have to fix that.
Yep.
We should do some kind of giveaway. Like we could give away a month of VIP or something like that.
Right, hold on. No. That goes over there. Whoops.
Am I sharing my screen
Yes,
now?
you are now. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to show you my room.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Have you seen this room?
No.
Let me pull back. This is Don Carson made this.
Oh yes. No, that is old. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a locked room. It's really hard to find in the catalog because it's a locked room.
Yeah. We don't do those no more.
Yeah.
Locked rooms.
Yeah.
You should come back, Puckaroo, because the FBX stuff means that it's a lot easier to do.
Yeah, worth another try for sure.
Yeah.
I think my internet laggy. Oh, I think it's us.
Is it us? Yeah, I was just watching.
Well, no, this person said I think my internet's laggy.
No, I think it is. I think it is actually the stream. So.
Oh. I'm like, look at all my windows I have open. Whatever. Okay. Look at all the secret stuff I shouldn't show you. I don't know.
Exactly.
Oops.
Yeah, this is why you get set up before you go live.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to walk through the process of submitting one of these gift wraps and making the texture.
Yes.
Which I feel like making the texture is the most important part, but obviously if people don't know how to create.
No.
So I think, shoot. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the Creator Education Center, the Creator Program, which is here. I don't know if this is the actual, I think this is the right URL for a new user. Or I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you do if you're not subscribed to the Creator Program, it will show you a different page where it, basically an advert for joining the program.
But is that page creator_dashboard.php or no?
I don't recall off the top of my head, but you don't see this page that you're on now, the Creator Program page. You don't see that if you are not a creator.
Okay, so long story short, you need to go to Community on Web Classic and then Creator Program.
Yeah.
And let's just say that we've signed up for the Creator Program. It's pretty self-explanatory. The tough part, I think, is actually submitting the catalog. I think it's buffering a little for me too. What are you typing? It's so suspenseful, I want to know.
I just said me too. I hit the connection with the pipe.
Okay, so I've signed up for the Creator Program. It's so exciting. Now I need to find a product to derive from. And if I want to enter this wonderful contest, I think I will derive from this gift box by CodeRodent. So we made a special category in the catalog called Holiday Contest 2017. Wait, can we post this somewhere?
Yes, if you drop it into the chat, stream chat.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to sign into it on this computer. I don't know how it's gonna work. Let's see. Like we definitely.
Ooh, hang on,
Oh,
don't get the inception. Turn your audio off.
yeah. I think I muted it pretty fast. Okay. So that link will take you to, it's going to be really meta though, because I'm sharing my screen that's sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, where did that product go now? That's not it. Okay, here. So
I don't
this is,
even know how you can tell which one of those tabs.
oh, sometimes I make a little mental note, like, oh, it's the third one with the little IMVU icon or something. But for some reason, a lot of these pages don't load in. They have the little circle thing spinning at the top.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's the one
refreshing.
still spinning.
Yeah.
But the CodeRodent box, I'm going to put a link to that one in here. And this is a pretty simple box, which I was there for the making of. So exciting. I didn't make it. Oh, I made the texture on it,
You
didn't
made
I?
the textures, yeah.
Oh, that should count for something.
And
Okay,
it
so
was
what?
it was UV mapped, or the box was UV unwrapped to your specifications.
Oh, and here I'm like, I don't know how it's mapped. 0 after 2 years away.
No, that's a smiley
Yeah.
face.
What's a smiley? Oh, not 0. Okay.
Yeah, so it's smiley face.
It's time for the optometrist, I think. Okay, so I find the product that I want. You need to be in Web Classic. So if you're a creator, get familiar with Web Classic because you're going to use it a lot. So I want to click on Derive from Product, which is at the bottom here. And that is going to open up the client. So it's really helpful if you already have the client open. And
Oh, there's the box.
yes, there's the box. It's so cute. It's not very Christmassy though. It just says like happy, happy. You're thinking like happy birthday or something, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how come it doesn't say that on the ribbon on the top?
Because I did something cunning. Because you
Oh,
sent through 3 textures, what we did was unwrap the ribbons so that you can, if you want to have a plain ribbon around the box and text on the ribbon, you can do that now.
oh, that's very nice. Okay, so the first thing, wow, that thing is really behind, isn't it?
Yeah, don't watch it, otherwise you'll confuse yourself.
But that's where I can see people saying stuff.
No, I mean don't watch that. You and I shouldn't be watching that other than just to monitor the stream to make sure it's still working, because
Okay,
it's like listening to yourself when you're talking to somebody.
okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, so oh, too much trail mix now. I can't swallow. Anyway, so when you open up create mode, you should start out in this meshes tab, which is perfect if you're a texture artist. You just want to change the gift wrap on here. It's the only panel that you need. So simple. So I can see here that I have a 256 by 256 texture. That's a really good size, just a plain square. And this one happens to be just mapped pretty well, where you can kind of see how these circles kind of meet up. Like this is a tiling texture and it meets up pretty well on the sides here. So that's really nice. But we want it to look a little more holiday. So what I need is a new 256 by 256 texture that says Christmas, it says holidays. So let's see, I think I have Photoshop open and we don't need that. And I'm going to make a new texture. So you can use GIMP or something because that's free, or a lot of people use Corel Paint. No, wait, Corel.
Photo paint, yes, yeah.
Photo Paint, okay. But I don't know.
I mean, the basic principles of what you're about to do apply to all of them. It's just that the menu options might be in different places, but the principles are the same.
Yeah, I think I'll do a JazzCat and try to avoid using the shortcut keys because of that.
Yeah, let's see how well you do with that. It's not
Okay,
easy.
so yeah, I don't know. I've used so many different versions of, yeah, I don't know. It'll be fine. Okay, so I want a new file. So I go to File and New, and I want to make sure the resolution here is set to 72 pixels. It's for some reason, a lot of times it's set to like 90 something, and I don't even know why.
96. That's because the
Yeah.
resolutions, if I remember correctly, 72 was related to the early Mac, and 96 is Windows resolution.
Oh,
But
well,
72 kind of stuck because Macs were heavily used. Well, not 72, but the resolution stuck because of the printing industry all using Macs in the early days.
oh, well, it's probably not going to matter to you too much, but I would change the resolution to 72
Yeah,
if it's not.
that's 1-to-1, pixel-wise,
And
1-to-1. Yeah.
okay. And I'm going to change the name of this from Untitled One, which is not very descriptive, to Gift Wrap One. And you really want to avoid using spaces in file names because some places that will work and some places it won't,
Yeah.
Mac user.
Yeah.
So, okay, so 256 by 256 pixels, which is the same as the original texture.
And just a quick note on the file name. Depending on your the way you think, you might actually want that word to actually mean something, as opposed to what was it, Matt?
Matt, oh yeah, Matt Danzig, one of the company's founders, who was like, kind of in charge of the creator program for a really long time. He used to just like jumble letters on randomly on the keyboard, and that would be his file name.
Yeah.
But I actually do that sometimes now, and he would just save stuff to the desktop, and like I've done that too. So, guilty of my desktop is a mess. Okay. Anyway, so 256 by 256, and we're going to click OK. And if you make a weird file size, and I think especially people who steal images don't do that, but people who do come up with some weird file sizes. But this is a recognized size by IMVU, and IMVU won't change the aspect ratio or change the file size or anything if you make it 256 by 256. And the reason that you don't want IMVU to change it for you is because they will reduce the image quality. Like they will add more compression to it than you would add yourself. So
Yeah,
like
it
don't.
scales down rather than up.
Yeah, and we can talk another time about like a trick to kind of get extra pixels out of it. But for now, just this is good. It's just a gift. It doesn't even need to be 256. It could be 128 by 128, but whatever.
Yeah. Maximum width is 512 in any one direction, not both, just one. So it'll resize. It does resize. If you do a 512 by 512, it'll resize it to 256 by 256.
Yeah, but you could do a 512 by 256.
256, yeah.
So, okay, so
We've got more people in chat, by the way.
Ooh, how many? Are there?
Well, more than we've had.
Wait, what's Claire MM guilty of? I'd like to know. Oh, random file names?
I think so.
Or guilty of liking Matt?
Random file names, I would have thought.
Oh, I think T Stone. I think I know who that is. Somebody famous's husband. IMVU famous.
Oh.
Somebody IMVU famous. Okay. It's like, sir, you don't get to be famous, only your wife. Okay, anyway, I was thinking, so I want to make a texture where I don't have
I'll
to
go away and hide in a corner now, shall I? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, who's going to hide in a corner?
No, you just said you can't be famous, only your wife.
Oh.
So it's like, okay.
No, I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, I was trying to think of
Somebody
something.
had too much coffee.
Is it me?
Yeah.
You know, you are a lot sassier when you're not the one explaining how to do things. I know.
It's because it's easier.
This time delay is going to drive me nuts because the person I was saying is the famous one is like the one posting now. Okay, anyway, I do feel like I had a lot of caffeine, but I haven't even. Okay, so I was trying to think of something that we could make that would be really easy. We don't have to go find any, brushes that are free for commercial use or whatever. So here's my sort of idea is that we will make some snowflake.
I was just about to say, don't we have any snowflakes?
Yeah, well, you could kind of see I actually was looking ahead to make sure that we had the brush.
Oh, right.
But okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a background. I don't want it to be too plain, so I'm going to see how this goes. I just made the background like kind of a light blue, and then the foreground color is a white. And I'm going to go to filter, render, and clouds. I don't know why this thing is way over here. That's kind of like, looks like kind of a blue sky thing. I don't know. So now if I just said I wasn't going to do any shortcuts, but if I do a Control F, it will do my filter again, and I can kind of try it a few different ways. You know what? I think it needs to be a little bluer. I think too much contrast. Let's see. Yeah, that one's okay. All right.
So what are you doing here? You're basically making a sky background.
It's not really supposed to be a sky. I just thought like kind of yeah, I guess it is kind of a
sky-ish.
Sky-ish. The only thing is like this is not tiled. So what we need to do is tile it.
That is actually something you might want to mention, because whether you use tiling textures or not will depend on the mesh. Because I mean, with the box that we're doing, it's mapped in a way that you don't necessarily need the image to be tiled. But
that's true. But I like to be tidy about this. Because I figure if you're making some wrapping paper just naturally is tiled.
Yes.
Just like wallpaper. And so I might as well tile it. Like maybe I'll use the same texture for something else, put it on a wall somewhere. I don't know. So I don't know where my layers panel is.
It's just a point about being aware of the way that the mesh that you're deriving has UV mapped the texture, so that you don't end up frustrating yourself by creating a tiled image and it not tiling on mesh. The issue then isn't you, it's the mesh.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so I'm going to unlock the background because I put this on the background layer and I'm not able to do certain editing things if it's locked. So I've just clicked that little lock button on the layers panel. And now what I can do is I can offset it. And I'm doing this to be able to tile it. So if I go to filter, other, offset, and I want to offset it by 128 by 128 pixels, because that is half of the file size of the dimensions. So I've now offset it, and
so does that automatically, you've offset the texture, but the effect you're using is automatically essentially tiling the distribution of the cloud effect?
Yeah, it looks like it's automatically tiled it, which I wasn't expecting.
No, neither were I.
Yeah, that could be. I am using the latest-ish version of Photoshop, so that could have something to do with it. But I don't know. Are people giving me a hard time? Or maybe they're giving someone else a hard time.
No, they're
That reminds me, somebody needs to invite polystyrene. Is she here?
No.
Because they're like, what rhymes with stinks?
Yeah.
Jinx. But I was thinking what rhymes with stinks is Polly stinks.
Polly smells.
Oh, that's right. She smells, which is a nice sort of double thing. Double thing. I don't know. So I'm just going to go to something here. maybe like
So
oil
what would
paint.
you do then if that hadn't tiled the effect?
I would, oh, well, I can show you with something else,
Yeah.
maybe another. But I would have used one of the, like the healing tool and the, whatever, a bunch of those tools
Right.
over here on the panel. And like the patch tool, the, what do you call that? Copy stamp, rubber stamp thing.
Yeah. Clone tool. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, you call it, it's rubber stamping. Yeah.
I would have used a number of different tools like that to cover up that area, but I think I don't, I don't know if this effect, I like this effect, but I don't know if this is going to tile. And I also, we'll just try it. We can always go back. So I'm going to go to edit, fade oil paint. See if we can get something that looks good here. I just want a little bit, just a little, maybe like 10%. I don't know, this might look really terrible. And this will be really embarrassing because I can see there are like all these actually really experienced creators watching us. Like why? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. That's the whole point, is just to show the basic process of creating, because not everybody is familiar with it.
Yes, but let's see here. Now this one isn't tiling totally, so now we can try and fix it up a little bit. So I just applied oil paint and then I did a fade to it. And now what tool do I want? Maybe this one. Let's see, this is, what's it called? I don't know. Come on, tooltips. What's wrong with you? I don't know, this thing, it looks like a stamp.
It can't keep up with you, that's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, keep up, Photoshop. Okay, so I'm using this little rubber stamp tool, whatever it's called, I don't know. And I can adjust the size of the brush that's being used with it. The brush is up here. And I can adjust it with the square brackets key. So I don't even know how to do that really without the square brackets key. So that's what we're gonna do. And what I do is I click the Alt button and left mouse click, and I just pick a space on here. And then I can kind of, and it shows me, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but it shows me when I put the mouse over an area, like what I'm adding to that area. So
yeah, it should be coming through okay.
Okay. So I'm kind of looking at it like here's a bluer part and here's like a whiter part. So I want to take a new sample to add up here so it'll blend in better. I don't know, this is probably like a really old school way to do it. There's probably an easier Photoshop tool that is newer.
Well, I mean, if you stick to...
not newer, so...
Well, yeah, it's just if you stick to the tools that are provided, it makes it easy for people to follow along, because then they're not, where's this plugin? Where do I get that plugin?
Yeah, but if you have the most recent versions of Photoshop, they have a lot of stuff built in, a lot of newfangled tools. And this part looks pretty good down here. I'll just do it a little bit. I don't even know if I like this texture, but you know what? I'm just gonna live with it. So let's see. But I think I don't know. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Where's my history panel? Oh no. Okay. Here we go. If you have too much contrast in your texture, it's really noticeable in a tiling texture. Like, I don't know. There's actually a really good tutorial on that in the Education Center. So if you can find it, maybe I'll give you a prize. It's in like the old creator.
Yes, if someone can find that in chat and post a link to the page.
Yeah, I'll give you a prize. Okay, so anyway, now I'm just going to put some snowflakes on it, and this part is going to be done. So I want to make a new layer here. And then I need snowflake brush, which I already have when I select the brush tool. I found this in here before. So this is one of the shapes that you can load in over here. And now I don't remember which one it is, if it's assorted brushes or natural. I don't think it's natural. I don't know. One of these is in here already. It has the snowflake and the star. We could do the star some other time. But we can actually kind of put a little variety into our snowflake. So if we click on this little thinger here and we get the brush settings, and we can kind of set it so that, let's see, we don't want scattering. We want maybe some color dynamics. I just want like saturation and brightness jitter. And maybe I do want shape dynamics. I just want to change the size. So you could go in and do this manually, but Photoshop is going to make it really fast to do it. So let's see, maybe that's all we want. But this is a really tiny snowflake. So I'm going to kind of make it bigger. Oh, wait, I want to change. Wait, I think I want rotation. Something about rotation. Maybe that's under shape, angle, diameter. I'm blanking out on this. We need more people in the Zoom so that I can ask them live. Which one was it?
Wait. Somebody's posted the link to the...
Oh, that's just the main.
That's just the main. Yeah, what we want is the tutorial, specific tutorial for texturing. What was it for?
For explaining, for doing tiled textures.
Textures.
Explains why you shouldn't have too many like special details in there. And I think you'll only find that in the old Education Center, which there actually is a link to on the main creator page. There isn't supposed to be, but if you don't tell anybody, I won't. Okay, no. Nobody tell anybody.
No, secret.
It's a big secret. Only tell the internet. Is it angle jitter? Oh yeah, it is angle jitter. Oh my gosh. How long did I spend looking for that? Okay, so I'm just gonna throw some snowflakes on here like this. And you can see that one's kind of light.
It's changing the size, yeah.
Yeah, and the rotation, although that's really subtle. You know what, though? I kind of don't like this. I'm doing a Control-A to select the whole thing and then delete because I don't like my snowflakes. I want like...
Can you zoom the texture up to fill as much of your screen as possible?
Okay.
Because a couple of people... There you go, that's it. Is that better? Is it Clary?
Oh, that's just Miss Maya. Don't pay any attention to her. No, I'm kidding.
It's a legitimate comment that the...
It is legitimate. It's very legit. Okay. Let's see. Is that too many? These are all right, I guess. I'm kind of hating this texture, but it's all right. All right, so I just put those snowflakes on from my little settings there, and then I'm just, I did a filter offset thing again, and I'm just filling in sort of the gaps from that. And I hate my texture. That happens to creators all the time. You just like hate what you did. Just get used to it. Okay. Sometimes you need to just go eat some toast and go back. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna offset it again since I decided to put these little ones in there. All right, so there's probably a better texture out there on Google Images somewhere, but that texture is not your texture, so just...
Yes, just always be aware of the fact that potential DMCA and whatnot using images from the internet.
Yeah, or like you want to go and
Oh, that looks
monetize.
all right now. That looks all right with the, yeah.
Oh, you didn't like it before. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, I was just wondering, it looked a bit sparse.
Oh,
Yeah, that looks all right, that.
I can't believe how slow that's how much of a delay there
Yeah, the
is.
the stream's not brilliant tonight for some reason.
Found this from the old
Yeah,
forum. Is that the right link?
I'm looking now. Oh, this is almost kinda.
Almost kind of.
Yeah, some links to. Oh, it's the old. It's Candy Apple's topic texturing tutorials directory.
Oh, does it? Oh,
It's in the old forum. It's in the old forum.
oh. So what about the matte one in the old education center? It's like it talks about a brick wall. I think he shows you how to make a brick wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
Oh.
it's. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of tutorials linked in this thread. So I think Puckaroo was hedging the bets in
Oh,
posting
you
that
think,
with all the links that they could find.
is there another? Wait, did they post something else? Okay, so anyway, let's get this on the gift box. In the more recent versions of Photoshop, they've sort of depreciated Save for Web, but we want to use Save for Web. So I hate shortcuts that are like four combo keys. They're really stupid. Like that's too many keys to press at the same time. However, I make an exception on Photoshop for Save to Web
So
because
do
it's
you
like
not export? Is there not an export option? What does that
there's
do?
well, see, you can do file and you can do save as, you can save it as a JPEG, but what you have to do is you go to like file and then export and then save for web legacy. Or you can do Alt Shift Control S, which I think is much
That's
easier
yeah.
because it's buried in there and you just use it when you're making things in in Photoshop and then putting them in create, you end up saving and looking and saving and looking, and it's really annoying. So anyway, here's my texture, and I have, because the last image I saved was a PNG 24, I have it here, and that's what I want. So if you have something else like a GIF or a GIF or a JPEG or whatever, you can change it to PNG 24. I think a JPEG is actually going to be just as good. Actually, if we look at a JPEG here, so if you do decide to use a JPEG, which literally is just as good as a PNG in almost every case, so some people don't think so, but I do.
Well, it's you could use a PNG for that, but it's likely going to be a much larger file size because you're not dealing with defined shapes and forms.
Yeah, I just feel like your modern day creator doesn't care about that. They only just want whatever they believe is the highest quality texture. And they don't care about file size. Right. Until they start trying to put 40 textures on a room or something, right? Okay, so anyway, if you do set it to a JPEG, what you want to do is go to quality here, and the quality is at 60, that's 60%. So you want to bump it all the way up to 100. And IMVU will apply compression later, so you just want it to be the least compressed, so that when they compress it, they're not compressing a compressed file, if that makes sense. But I'm going to save it as PNG, as most people do. But if you are trying to save on file
Does it not
size,
give you Does it not give you information about the file size? What's that in the bottom
yeah, I think
left?
it does show you. So yeah, this one at 100 quality is
50.
58.31 kilobytes. And let's see, PNG is 96.29.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It will get compressed by IMVU afterwards. But if you are trying to make something with a bunch of textures and the file size is going over, so it won't let you submit, just make it a JPEG and just, 'cause that's how you're going to save your file size. And it's still going to look good. I'm just saying. So I'm saving this to the desktop. And now we can get rid of this clown texture. I don't know who made that ugly thing. Okay, it was
you.
I know. So I just
it
go
wasn't
here.
Clown. It was, what did we decide on it being? A minion suffering from some horrible affliction?
That must have been a conversation that you and Robert had at my expense that I wasn't listening though.
No.
So I just went here to edit and I found the file texture and I picked it and here it is on here, but you don't see it until you hit apply changes.
Oh, hang on. Before you, somebody, Clary just mentioned something about products being heavy. Oh, you've applied it. Oh, that looks nice. Yes, you do have to be aware of the number of images that you use and their file size as that relates to the final product, because it has to be 2 megabytes or under.
Yeah.
And you've got to consider that if you're deriving from a derived item that's already been, so there's a derivation chain, the more items in the chain, the less room you have.
No, you still get 2 megabytes.
So. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to consider the load chain that comes in when the item's loaded, don't you?
Maybe that would be a good idea, but you don't have to.
Right.
Okay, so we applied the texture. You always have to hit apply changes.
Yeah, so that would be why the chat rooms are slow. It's because you're ignoring all of that.
Does that explain why Zoom or why Twitch is lagging?
No, the IMVU. When you're in IMVU chat rooms and the rooms load slow, it's because the products are loading all the products that are in the chain.
Yeah, I want to try one thing on here. Yeah, well, I have this whole thing selected and I'm going to select copy merged, and that selects both of these layers, everything you can see onto the clipboard, and I'm going to paste it. And the reason I did that is because I want to put a little effect on here and see if I can get something that looks good on the gift box. So let's see, what do I want? I want inner glow, I think. And this might be perfect right here. I don't know. I have just a little, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, right. Yes. The edges. Yeah.
Yeah, around the edges because of the way this box is tiled. And this might not look good, but let's just see. I want to see what happens. So this will say, do you want to replace it? And I'll be like, yes. And then I'm just going to load it in again here. Although theoretically, shouldn't be able to find this one. Maybe not. I don't know. But there. Now I kind of like that better.
Yeah, that's better.
What about right here, though?
Oh,
you and Robert, what were you thinking? You messed up my box.
It shouldn't do. That's odd.
The mapping is off here and here. Are you going to fix it? Oh, you can't. Robert submitted the box.
Robert submitted it.
I think I'm just going to take this layer off then and resave it.
So that speaks to the point we were talking about earlier with the UV maps. You have to be aware of what. So if you do something that breaks the tiling in a particular way, it'll show up on the box because of the UV map.
That really was very subtle.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make the bow. And I think I'm just going to sample a color from here, like maybe the darkest one. Are you typing it? You're having fun, aren't you? Because you're not the one doing this.
It's responsibility, answering people's questions and comments.
That's true. I like that. That's very nice. Okay, so I'm going to make a new file, and I happen to know that this one, well, you can see on here though, like if I look right here, if I click on this, I see that it's a 128 by 256 texture. So that's what I want to make. And this is ribbon, and it's 128 pixels wide by 256 high. And I've already sampled some color from the other, from the gift wrap itself, and I'm just going to fill this. I could have filled it actually when I created it, but I forgot. So
Can you max the image again?
Sure.
There we go.
This is going to be really simple though.
It doesn't matter. It's just so that it's easier to see what's going on. That's all.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put, well, no, let me put this, I'm going to put a couple just little stripes down the side that are kind of white. Oh, wait, I need this to be normal. And I need a new layer here. And I'm going to fill this with the background color. And then I'm going to just copy this layer and wait. There, just copy it and move it over to this side. And then I'm going to copy merge because I like to have lots and lots of layers for some reason. Sorry, I have to shrink this because I am going to apply an effect to this, but this is another tiling texture. So I want an effect that affects the two sides without affecting the top and bottom. So I've just kind of stretched this out. If that makes any sense, I don't know. And I want to put...
So you're creating a sort of satin type ribbony...
I haven't even totally decided what I'm doing, but I just know that I don't want... See here, you can see how it affects the top. That's not going to tie. Yeah. So, but there's some weird settings on this thing, seriously. What do I want here? Whatever, that's good enough. I'm just gonna go with that. So here we go. We just made a ribbon texture. It was really easy, right? And it's called ribbon already. Oh shoot, there's a ribbon from before, yes. The clown ribbon, the Minions ribbon.
Minions ribbon.
Okay, wait, what? There's already a ribbon too. Very nice. Okay, ribbon. I bet there's not one of those on my desktop. All right. So I'm going to replace this with that. This is going to be really simple. And then I'm going to put the same thing on this bow. And it's probably going to look good. Oh my God, it looks amazing.
It does actually look quite good, yeah.
It's kind of cute, huh? Okay, yeah. So now what I need to do is take a picture.
And don't forget that ribbon that you've got selected is set to two-sided as well. So that's another thing that you have to watch out for. So if you disable that just to show...
Just to show...
The mesh is one-sided. So if you disable that, just to show that the mesh is one-sided, so that's another thing that people have to be aware of when they're applying textures.
Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, half my bow is gone. Okay, and put that back.
So that isn't a mistake. If you apply a texture and that happens, it's more than likely that you're dealing with a mesh that only has one side of the structure created.
So now what I need is a really amazing product icon. So why does this thing keep moving? That's really irritating. It's my avatar moving, I guess, which moves the camera. But anyway, I'm going to...
Yeah. Oh, there's a suggestion for the thingamajiggery that to keep the camera still, because you don't always want to be moving about when you're looking at the objects that you created.
But you can just, if I put a little pose on my avatar, she'll stop moving around there.
Oh, the fixed pose, yeah.
So I think it might move a little when she breathes. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I'm going to do a high-res snap. I hope I just did one. I don't even know. Oh yeah, I see the little bubble up in the corner. See, that's what I did, high-res snap. Are you doing the comments gifting? Jinx?
Yeah, it's they Hula Binks asked about comments gifting, and it's well, we would love to, but that's dependent on the number of subscribers you've got, I think. So.
Oh no, I think that's a different thing.
Oh,
She
is
just
it?
wants to. We are going to give participants here a gift, and my answer to her is if she does it, I will reimburse her. So there you go, because that's Prim. In case you don't know.
Oh, no. Obviously, I didn't know.
Oh no, I don't know if you know or what.
No, I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, she's not somebody just trying to get a gift out of me or something.
No,
She just,
I didn't think that at all. That wasn't even, didn't occur to me at all.
okay, so I am going to try and extract this gift box from this. So I don't know if,
That
if
looks
you
really cool, actually.
but did you catch what I did? So
No.
I did a high res snap. It's asterisk high res snap, and that saved a picture to my desktop,
Oh.
which is the picture here.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it's all coming back. And who is that person? Wait, where did they go? I don't see them in the comments now. That person who said they've been away for several years.
Oh,
They're
yes,
probably
yeah.
like, I remember.
Wow.
Okay, what I'm going to do is select the background, and if I try and select it with the magic wand tool and I get more stuff, then I can just set the tolerance here to a lower number. But this seems like it's working okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm selecting add to. So when I go for these parts here, I'm going to zoom in a little, it will add on to my selection. And then I'm just going to delete all of that. So you can see the checkered background here.
Nice.
And then I am going to make a catalog icon that they have to be 100 pixels wide by 80 pixels high. So what I do is I get the, whatever you call this tool. I'm really upset by the tooltips right now. It's like not coming up. The crop tool. Yeah, oh, there it goes. Rectangular marquee tool. Okay, that's what it's called. What I'm doing is I'm setting that to 100 by 80. That's an aspect ratio. I could actually set it to 10 by 8, but every once in a while when you do that, things don't calculate right. So to make sure I get absolutely the right file size, I'm going to set it to this, and we're going to resize it afterwards. Come on. I might have too many things open on this. Come on.
Hang on, connection's going a bit funny, so.
Oh, low system resources may affect your audio quality. Okay, let me just close some.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe don't show this.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm going to close them without looking at them if I can. Okay, I'm going to close.
Hang on. Hang on.
What?
You do what you need to do, closing stuff. I've just moved it off screen for now, so that.
No, I closed a few things, so I think I will be better now. I mean, I can't close IMVU, and I have too many browser windows open, but that's just gonna have to be a thing right now. So, okay,
right,
let's see if it works.
Okay, right, so we're back.
What did she say? You don't have a sub button. I can use my Prime to subscribe. It's
sub
not
button?
Shadowless Room though. Oh my God, what Shadowless Room? I can't even. Okay, I would like to invite Hula Banks to be a guest on our show sometime. What do you think? She makes good textures and she can show us how it's done.
Well, yes. I mean, if she wants to reveal herself that way, so yeah, I have absolutely no problem with that.
But for now, I just think that she should give out some gifts to people who are participating in the conversation, and I will pay her back.
Oh right, yes, yeah. Actually, that's a good. Actually, that is a very good idea. I nearly said anybody that shows up in the comments and actually posts gets a gift of some description.
Yes, today. That's true.
Today.
You're not.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this after the fact, that does not apply.
But we need to know what their avatar name is. They will have to out themselves a little bit.
They can DM us on IMVU or Twitter or something.
Why can't they just give their avatar name here?
Because they might not want to. It's, you know, I mean...
Well, they might want a gift or they might not want a gift.
Well, I think that's slightly sort of, I don't know.
Maybe the price of a gift is that you can't be anonymous.
No, I don't agree with that at all. That is slippery slope.
I think I want like a cream colored background. I just decided. So I cropped the image so that the aspect ratio is 100 pixels wide by 80 pixels high. And now I've gotten this sort of cream color for my foreground.
So when you resize the canvas to 80% by, what was it, 100% by 80%?
No, it's 100. Well, yeah, I suppose effectively.
So how do you know that that's going to give? If you, I presume you're able to do that just because you've taken a square. The screenshot is square.
No. It's not a percentage of the total image. It's against each itself. Like I could have a width of 1:1. You know, it's like, you know, if you're making bread and it's like, oh, you want like 3 parts flour to like, you know, 1 part water, and you know, like that, all those baking
doesn't that only work if the image that you're working with is the same dimensions, top, bottom, left, right?
No. So what I want eventually when I'm done with this is to have a 100 pixels wide by 80 pixels high image. So I'm saying I want the equivalent of that at whatever size I have here.
Right. Okay.
The same sort of aspect ratio. And the original image doesn't matter at all. So like, does that make sense?
Kinda. For me, it's an unusual way of resizing a canvas, but it makes sense.
Oh, how would you resize? I mean, because that way I can just kind of see what fits best around this gift. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd never thought of doing it that way.
Well, we'll have to have you do some gift wrap, and then we'll see what
I just do it based on pixels. If I need an 80 by 100 pixel image, I'll actually just resize it to 80 by 100 pixels.
$80 an hour. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, so here, I like this
sub button? What's Hula talking about with the sub button?
Oh, because
does she mean the channel doesn't have a sub button?
Probably.
Is that what you mean, Hula? That the channel hasn't got a sub button?
I think we have to wait like 2 minutes for her to
yeah.
What should I write on here?
2017 has to be in there somewhere, I guess.
Does it? I don't think it does. Okay, I'm gonna call it. I'm typing here. You can't see it though.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. That's fine. Hula just said I posted a story and said if you post your avatar name in chat, you get a gift. Win a gift.
If you. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Cool. Great. She has 11,000 followers. Just saying.
Are you trying to say something with that? Because, you know.
That's a lot of followers, I'm saying. So I'm saying there's potential there that we could have a lot of people post. Or else, like, maybe they're like, oh, it's too much work. Okay, so I wrote this text with the text tool here. This is maybe not a very good step-by-step tutorial, but I guess it'll give a general idea. Yeah. So I wrote this text and couldn't see it because it was the same color as the background, but I changed it here. And now I'm going to rotate it really because this is going to be such a small image that if I don't, you're not going to be able to see it. Wait a second. That didn't seem like, okay, I'm going to hold down the shift key and it's going to snap to 90 degrees there. That's better. Wait, does that still look, I think it's an optical illusion. I think it is. Wait, let me see.
Yeah, it's optical.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to change the font size to make it much bigger. You can take the text and you can use the transform tool and you can change the size that way, but fonts contain a lot of information that if you just resize it that way, you will lose. That kind of tell them to be a little bit different at different sizes. So for best legibility, at least a good font does. I don't even want this font. Let's see.
Hold on. They're writing in chat what we were talking about 2 minutes ago or so because of the lag in the stream. So they're now talking about the subs and follows.
Why are my icons backwards? What are they saying?
No, Hula was just saying that subs and follows are different.
Oh, yeah. I thought I subscribed to you, but maybe I didn't because you aren't eligible yet.
No, that's what I've been saying, is that you need a lot of people to be followers before you can get subscriptions or whatever, however the heck Twitch does things.
Yeah, well, just so for the record, I tried to subscribe to you because I do have Amazon Prime. Just saying.
No, we don't. No, we don't, Hula. We don't know what Twitch is. We don't know how it's Twitch is not for old people.
What?
Hula is just saying that we don't know what Twitch is. But
well, back in my day.
Yeah, no, well, you have to keep in mind that we're
Okay, never mind.
Oh dear. It's like somebody posted a tweet the other day saying their son was asking them about this YouTuber called Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, they didn't know who Weird Al was?
They didn't know who, and Weird Al.
But you know what?
What?
I just have to say that we had our department at work had a little holiday get together last week, and we were actually, a couple of us were actually talking about Weird Al. So I think I may have still been the oldest one there, but I mean, there were people there who knew who Weird Al was.
Yeah, so because he's on YouTube, but Weird Al was a YouTube personality before YouTube even existed.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, no, I mean, they know who he is, like, old school.
Yeah.
Like, OG. They OG know Weird Al, you know? And that stands for Original Gangster, in case you didn't know.
That's... Hula is just saying that she bought followers. That's not the same. That's cheating.
I bought my followers. I don't know if I would believe everything she says, though. Okay,
I'm taking it at face value. If somebody says something to me, fair enough, whatever it is that you're saying.
Okay, so I've made this big image, and if I wanted to, I could post this to my catalog page, or I could make it square.
I see what you've done now. I could
post it to Instagram or something, but I just want my 100 by 80 size image. So what I'm going to do, I did a Control A to select the whole thing. And I'm going to do another edit, copy merged, and I'm going to make sure I'm at the top of my layers here, and I'm going to paste it in. So now I have, here, I'll kind of try and show you. So I kind of made these layers invisible, and I can so this is all one piece. And the reason I did that is because if I just try to resize this when it's in the separate layers, some of the effects I've applied won't translate as well to the new size. So
what, you've basically flattened the image, or you're going to?
Yeah, well, this top layer is flat.
Right.
And And I have these bottom layers. I think I'm going to save it now because, let's see, gift box preview, a prev. You can't have too long of a file name, so I like to say prev instead of preview, but whatever.
For the icons?
Yeah. Yeah, the icons can't have a super long file name, I've found, unless that's changed in the last 10 years or something. I don't know, but okay, so now that I've saved that, I can go back to that version if I want this bigger image. So, and I can use up more of my hard drive space. So it's awesome. I'm going to make this smaller, but I don't want to make it, I don't want to make it 100 by 80 right away because it translates a little bit better if I sort of step it down. So I'm going to go from this to like 900 by 720. That's like half. And then let's see. Okay, so this is my full size image that's at 100% now. And I will go to 450. And then I'm going to go to 220. That's not exactly 50%, but whatever. Now I'm ready to go to 100. But before I do that, I'm going to go to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask. And that just gives me a little more detail on here. And then image size. And now I'm going to go 100 by 80. And I feel like my monitor resolution has this pretty small, but I think I'm going to do another
But that's
filter.
actual size now, though.
Yeah, I'm not trying to show anybody anything other than like this is the actual
Yes,
size
yeah.
of the image. So this is what I'm going to submit. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know why this preview always looks different than the actual screen. Okay. That seems like a new thing. All right, so I'm ready to submit my gift box. I hope I win. So I'm going to save it. You can also do a save as. So if you do a save, just a save, it'll automatically name your file for you, but that can make it hard to find later.
Yeah, it gives it the product derivation number as the file name.
Yeah, so unless you just have a head for memorizing numbers, you might want to do a save as and be like, my awesome gift box. And if you're Shannon, that's what you'll name it. And then press upload. And now we have all our choices here. I definitely want to submit this to Holiday Contest 2017 so that maybe I can win. I'm going to call it Jinx's Amazing Gift Box because that worked really well for Shannon.
Yeah.
And then I am going to find my preview picture and choose a rating, which I feel like this is okay, appropriate
General
for everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm going to set my profit, and I think I will just do.
Are you allowing derivations?
Oh, no, I don't want to allow derivations, I guess, because there's not really any point in that. People are deriving from the root product.
Yeah.
You can, there's no law against it.
No.
But it does make the catalog very confusing, and there's really no reason for it. So I want it to be visible in the shop. Display only means you can see it in the shop, but no one can buy it. But I want to make lots of money. So I'm going to not click that one. Allow inclusion in third-party bundles. Like, I feel like everyone should have this checked because why wouldn't you allow other people
Well,
to
we kind of need it for this one anyway because it's the Christmas bundle thing, isn't it? You can't...
I don't think we're putting it in a bundle, but somebody should. Feel free to put my gift box in a bundle. I really, yeah, go for it. Okay, so I'm going to click, oh, I didn't put any keywords in. Now no one is going to be able to search for my product.
Well, edit the product before you submit it.
I can't do it in, okay. You can't do it in edit HTML.
No, I don't think so. Don't recall.
Okay, edit settings. It's not ready for editing.
Oh, so it has to go through peer review before you can edit it?
I don't think so.
Or does it have to be published?
I think it's just that I turned around and tried to edit it so fast. Like some kind of server thing has to catch up or something. So, what are they saying? I've missed all of these comments.
They're just talking about Weird Al Yankovic.
Well, why does it say 1 GIF, 2 GIF?
No idea.
The cream and blue reminds me of a hospital. Okay, well, that's a good thing, I think. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I can edit the settings now. If you click edit settings, you don't have to open up the whole, well, you do actually open up the whole product, but it'll pop up this window on top. And now I can put in like whatever I want. I could put in like Prim, you know, because people search for her. So it's good to put her name in there. So if people search for her, my gift box will come up. How awesome is that? Okay, actually shouldn't do that. That's not. I can put gift and box and 2017 Christmas snowflake. I can put 12 words in there, but now I can't think of any more. So I mean, I could because I'm capable of coming up with tons of dumb ideas. But I'm submitting this again. And now I'm ready to publish it. Once published, it will enter peer review. So make sure it's ready. I think mine is ready. Click publish. Ta-da! But it's in peer review.
Yes, so now we have to, well, we don't have to necessarily wait in your particular instance, but normally you have to wait.
I do have to wait, actually. I mean, I can't really. Okay, first of all, theoretically, if I had the right link, and I don't have the right link. If I had the right link, I could go in and I could pass mine through. But wait, maybe if I go here, I can. Oh, you know what? This is my personal account anyway. I can't pass it through. Oh, you know what? No, I can't. I won't.
No.
I won't.
All right. Yeah. Yes. No. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Why is my product hidden? Because it hasn't gone through peer review?
It hasn't gone through. Yeah. It's hidden.
Wait.
Where does it say it's hidden?
It said it was hidden and I clicked that little green button and now it doesn't. But I don't know why it said that in the first place. Your product changes may take a few minutes to become active. I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's new. Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Okay, well, I hope I don't get stuck in peer review for too long.
When is the...
But that's how you submit one. It's pretty easy if you don't talk too much. So what is this one derived from? Oh, this is derived from polystyrenes. This is a really cute one. I want to try it. Have you tried this one?
No, not yet.
I'm going to close these.
So the deadline for the gift wrap comp is Sunday, December the 31st, midnight.
Yes, but if you want to be able to sell your product in the catalog, you should get it in ASAP.
Well, yes, but that's in relation to getting stuck in peer review. So if people have their items still stuck in peer review after a couple of days, do they submit a ticket or something?
No, I don't think.
Because it's the 12th today.
I mean,
well, 11th, 12th, depending on where you are.
I don't think peer review is taking that long. Maybe Claire MM can tell us how long peer review is taking for her right now. And hopefully that's how long mine will take. Wow, that is really...
Yeah, there's a lot of... the delay is quite substantial for today for some reason.
They're just getting the message about putting her name in there. Don't put my name in it. Now I'm glad I took it out in the past. I took it out of my own volition. So that's good. I just want to see how many textures are on Polly's product.
Oh, well, Goldilocks just said, just reading the comments now, real problem, when you submit without keywords, it doesn't let you, whoops, that scrolled up a bit too quick.
Edit for 100,000 years.
Yeah, obviously the 100,000 years is face value, but if that is true in the sense that if you don't put keywords in, it doesn't let you edit it.
I don't think it's because of the keywords. I think it's just that you can't do it right away, but you saw that. It only was like It was like a minute.
Yeah.
This feels like 100,000 minutes. Or is that a million? No, I think it's 100,000. Oh, you need to change it back.
Yeah, Hula said that it's because you edited the product that it went hidden, and then.
So when it passes, it's going to be hidden. Well, I unhid it before she told me that. Well, this is not too bad, Polly's. This is interesting.
Oh, no, that's cool.
She auto passes stuff. I don't. I haven't. What are you talking about? Oh, wait. I noticed a couple of my products go hidden when I edit. What? It's because you edited. Okay. Okay, this is interesting though. Have you seen Polly's meshes? I'm just interested in how she mapped them. Like,
is this for the competition? The contest, yeah. I should say, not competition.
Yeah. This is one of the things that you can derive from. Like, I don't know why everyone wouldn't choose this one, at least first. And then after that, you can make a few, other boxes on the side. Like, this would be your main entry, right? And then if we ever finish the hat boxes, like those could go over here. And, then the CodeRodents box can go over here as an additional. But this is like centerpiece, fancy, deluxe one with all these animations. Polly does amazing animations. She should show us how she does it sometime. Anyway, I'm going to stop screen sharing because it's your turn. And also I am getting all these messages that maybe people shouldn't see. I don't know. So I haven't really been reading them, but I'm going to stop sharing.
Well, I'm going to investigate then why that gift box, the mapping on it was a bit wonky. Because I'm sure I fixed that.
Oh, you're going to investigate it live?
Yeah, live. Sharing? Yeah. We shall do some if I can find it.
She has a name, Gabe. Oh no, I don't know. They were reading the pop-up and I don't know what it said now. I knew that people shouldn't be seeing that. Let's see.
I think that's the one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that shouldn't have.
Well, just in Gabe's defense, like we did say her name farther up in the conversation, so I don't think we need to say it in every line in Slack. Hopefully that won't make any sense to anyone but Prim and Miss Maya. It took 30 hours for hair to pass peer review. You know what the solution to that is? It's do some peer review. Oh, today is 3 to 2 hours. That's not too bad. But if we all would just do some peer review, then peer review would be faster.
Well, you're right. I mean, whenever you submit a product, just click on the link that takes you to peer review and just do a couple of penance. Just do some penance for your submission.
Yes, definitely. Do penance. And maybe a little flogging.
Yeah.
And walking on your knees.
Yep, that's the thing.
And peer review.
Monty Python springs to mind so badly.
What?
Monty Python.
Oh.
Penance. Yes, that should not have done that because I don't know. Let me just switch to UV unwrapping.
This is interesting. Now that I'm reading the comments, it looks like they're saying...
Oh, now it's interesting?
Well, before I was trying to actually show people something.
Yeah, it's not quite so easy, is it?
So, but I think I did, well, yeah, no, I didn't. But there are a lot more comments today.
Yes, we've got double the viewers that we've normally have, so that's cool.
Well, I see that peer review is taking 3 to 2 hours, 8 hours, and 30 hours.
I guess it depends where you are, and well, I mean, I would imagine as well that it's going to depend on the type of product you're submitting. So if you're submitting something that's very popular,
I don't think the type of product makes a difference, but I mean, there's certain types of products that might make you more likely to get a manual peer review. And if you get a manual peer review, that's probably when it's going to take 30 hours.
right?
Oh, it takes longer if you are submitting during Eastern Standard Time IMVU rush hours. Sorry, my brain only does Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, that'll be is it customer support in is it Manila?
Oh, no, Pacific Standard Time is in California.
No.
I don't know what it, oh. Eastern Standard Time is the East Coast of the US. Which is weird when you think about it, right? Like, why would you call one East and then the other one, instead of like Western Standard Time, you call it Pacific? Like, it should be the Atlantic Standard Time, Pacific, or Eastern and Western. It's all very US centric, though. Polly rocks, and she's not even here. Oh, I should bug her. Thank you, everyone, for reminding me to do that.
Well, yeah. Why isn't she here?
I don't think she usually shows up unless
Is it the Monday?
come join us.
It's not a Monday thing, is it?
She's kind of hating on IMVU because of this project that we have her working on.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes. Know more about that. Yes. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand exactly why.
Yeah.
But yes, the gift box stuff, that shouldn't have mapped the way that texture shouldn't have distorted the way that it did, because all I did was, I don't know if you can see on the screen.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't have, because of the way that I mapped the box. So.
Oh. Let me find Twitch on my laptop so I can. Oh no, that's not going to show me real
No,
time. Okay.
well, should I? Oh, well, that now it gets complicated, you see, because for you to see what I'm doing, you have to watch the stream.
Are you live? But what, can you just share your screen with me?
Well,
like I would with you?
I'm not sure how that. Let me see. I don't know how that.
In Zoom, just share it.
Oh yes,
Zoom.
yeah, yeah. And it's broken my. Because it's now going to use up. No, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, well, it's switched the because I'm streaming as well as sharing the screen with you. I'm not sure which one's got full control over what's on screen. Let me just shift that out of the way. So yeah, it shouldn't have done what it did, because the UV map is just textured in a way that it's just a straight one-on-one. So you've got each side is mapped to occupy the full 256 by 256.
Do you think that maybe a section of it is just twisted?
It shouldn't do. I mean, unless there's well, it shouldn't do. I mean, it looked okay when I tested it in IMVU. So I suspect somebody.
Oh, you think Robert messed it up?
He was fiddling.
Oh no.
For shame.
I should be like, Robert, fix your mesh, yo.
Yes, because that's all I did, was just mapped it so that the UVs occupy the 256, and just kept it really simple like that. And it's the same for the ribbon.
Well, I'll just give him a hard time about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Just pose it as a potential problem with the mesh, as opposed to coming out with an outright accusation of tampering.
I'm going to be like, Robert, I heard you've been very bad. This is
Yeah.
worse than we missed having donuts with the CEO or something.
Yeah. Yeah, competitive tampering.
Competitive tampering. Are you trying to escape your project?
So yeah, that's
I'm eating. Oh, she's asking me what I'm eating, which I'm still eating it too.
the trail mix.
I'm in trail mix. I don't know. I know Eastern Standard Time is 3 hours ahead of me, but I just like everything on IMVU is so Pacific Standard Time centric that I'm just like have the luxury of not even thinking about it. I lived in Boston for 8 years. Leave me alone.
No, Claire just said that no, this is the comment about the peer review doing your bit. It's not meant to. Doing your bit isn't meant to make your mesh go through quicker. It's to just help the lot of everybody. So if everybody does some peer review when they submit a product, it helps everybody out.
Maybe we should just all get together on Twitch and do some peer review together.
That would be another one for another stream, perhaps.
The only thing is, though, that would probably be a good one to get your video demonetized.
I'm not even. It's got to the point now where even Hula saying FFS in the chat comments will probably get the video re-upload mirrored to YouTube demonetized. That's how sensitive they are. It's just, it's crazy.
Yeah. There's definitely a big problem with it. So I think we shouldn't worry about it. We should worry about monetizing Twitch and just let YouTube fix their stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I completely agree. It's just it's an annoyance to have to keep fiddling around with it and correcting things.
Yeah, I work in a game store and I sell the prepaid cards. Every customer literally calls it IMVU. When I tell them the actual name, they laugh. Well,
yes, that's the argument, isn't it? It's either neither is correct, neither is wrong, and both are correct.
Yeah, so I'll say that the founders of IMVU would never confirm which way it was meant to be. And I think they never really decided themselves. Like there was never a consensus of this is what it is. But I will say that people who work at IMVU call it IMVU. So, but that doesn't make that right. I mean, that's a very small number. Well, not that small, but compared to the number of users calling it IMVU, it's a very small number. But just so you know, people at the offices call it IMVU.
Peer pressure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. It's like GIF versus GIF. And some people get really upset about that.
They get really upset about that. Yeah.
That's what somebody said to me, like, I know that the person who created that format calls it GIF, but just no. And I'm like, wait, if that's true, like, that's really strange.
Yeah.
That the person who invented that file format calls it.
Considering, because it does stand for graphic something.
I can see how it's GIF then. If it's graphic, so GIF.
Yes, but isn't the guy Dutch or something, the guy that came up with it?
Oh, so it's kind of like croissant versus croissant.
Yeah.
or something. I
Yeah.
can't pronounce things as French, otherwise I would say that, but instead I say croissant.
Yeah, says Team America just as they blow up the...
Yeah. Team America. Great.
It's a good film. It's very
Wait,
funny.
that's a film?
Team
What's a film?
America.
Is Silicon Valley like the show? Yes, it kind of is.
It
I mean, that
depends where
show.
you are in Silicon Valley.
No, I mean, yeah, especially if you're in Palo Alto, like it's kind of a parody, but it kind of is really is
No,
like
it's
that.
not. It's, yeah,
What?
it's...
Okay, who lives in Silicon Valley? Do you live in Silicon Valley? No. Do I live in Silicon Valley? Yes. Have I lived here for 13 years? Yes. Trust me, the show Silicon Valley has a lot of elements that are very realistic.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Oh, that's what you meant?
yeah. It's when I said no, I don't mean like the I mean worse than the show.
Oh, like worse. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We call Palo, well, not we, like a few people. It's not really a thing, but some people I know call Palo Alto Shallow Alto. Uh, you can block certain words, phrases from your chat.
Yeah,
We need
but
to.
it's there's I mean you can, but the problem with that is that people always find ways around it. So, I mean you can block
Well,
the
what we
obvious
need,
ones, but
we need a moderator, is what we need.
yeah, preferably one that doesn't swear all the time. Hint, hint.
Wait, who swears all the time? What are you trying to say?
Not you. No, no. Somebody that's active in chat right now that
Oh,
might be angling for the job.
oh.
Ooh, I know what I can show you.
Walmart online sells the prepaid card, so you can always get that if you don't want a collectible card. It's like the only thing I've ever bought from Walmart. What are you showing?
When this thing decides to open.
IMVU. VU. Staff are noobs. Are you calling me a noob? Honestly,
Well, we did kind of find that out, particularly with the creating, so that's not
that
entirely false, is it?
I'm a noob.
No, no, not you personally. The
Oh, yeah, people that don't know how to use the middle
yeah,
mouse button or like, no, you know, a lot of the problem is that all of these engineers are Mac users
yes, and
and
they don't even not only do they not have a middle mouse button, they only have two of them.
yeah, yeah, I have to go to IT and get like a bucket of 3-button mice and go
Yeah,
here, use this. Oh God, peer review changed.
it's always
What?
changing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And it's super secret. Like whatever
Yeah,
they do,
yeah,
I don't even
because
know.
well, yeah, because you don't want anybody gaming the system, do you?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why it's super secret.
Yeah. So what I've got on screen is Hexagon.
I see the gift box on the screen.
Oh, are you watching this? Are you watching the Twitch chat or Zoom?
I was watching the Zoom, but then I don't remember. I clicked away for some reason. I think you weren't doing anything. Short
Shame
attention.
for shame.
I'm back. Why are you looking at Hexagon?
Because this is what I was going to show you.
Oh, Hexagon, the DAS product.
Yes, but
Did they
so
just make that free or something?
yes, well, it's I think it's been free for a while,
Oh,
but it may be possible to use Hexagon to make products for IMVU. So it's another free application that you can potentially make products for because using the FBX stuff, you have to do a couple of steps to get it into IMVU. So let's say, for the sake of argument, this 1 by 1 by 1 cube is a furniture mesh, so that's a seat. You export it to 3D Studio, that's .3ds file format. So you're exporting a mesh. And then what you can do is, using Autodesk's FBX converter, this is a free app that they have available on their website that you can use. You drop the file into the converter as a 3ds. Let me see if I can find it.
What's it called?
It's FBX Converter 2013.
Oh, very creative.
Yeah, that's...
And 4 years out of date.
Yes, well, I guess they don't think that it needs much work. But you just add the .3ds file to the converter, and it'll create an FBX version that... let me just change the file name on this so that it doesn't
Oh no, what did I do?
So you just convert it to a binary FBX and select the options and then convert. It does the conversion, saves an FBX file, which you can then load into IMVU. But you have to fiddle around with the apply scale properties.
That fence is really nice.
Fence? What fence?
In the room with the snow.
Oh yes, that's one of mine. So derive new product. Furniture. Loaded the editor. Go through the process of FBX import. So FBX import tab, load FBX, and load the file wherever it's gone. That'll load the data. 0 for the mesh ID to overwrite the chair. And for Hexagon, you might have to play around with larger scale values. So depending on what the object is and its size, you might have to use quite a high scale value. But it does the same thing that it does with SketchUp. Was it SketchUp? No, Paint 3D, where it creates a PNG image from the material that's assigned to the cube. Even if you don't have a textured object, if it has a material assigned, it'll be given a basic material color. Then you just import it.
The FBX importer gives it the...
Is it?
The
well,
texture.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so on import, and that's the cube.
I think they did it because of SketchUp, something about
possibly,
SketchUp.
Yeah. But that's from Hexagon. So it's possible to use. You have to do a bit of fiddling with the position and the scale, obviously, because of the difference. If you're not using the size templates, but it is possible to make content for IMVU to a limited extent, at least, with furniture items in particular, with Hexagon.
Very cool. We just might want to be careful if it's like a sphere or something. It might be like 1 million polygons.
Well, if it's DAS 3D, it may very well be, but with Hexagon, I think you've got much more control over the structure of meshes.
So when are we going to finish the hat boxes?
Well, that's entirely up to you.
I think you should map them.
Well, we haven't finished the bow yet.
What? I think you should make the bow.
Well, no.
What?
No, it's your hat box of Babel. You decided to do that, so you have to finish it.
You've been just telling me what to do for the bow anyway, so it's really your bow. It's my hat boxes, but it's your bow.
Well, no, it's
You could even submit it yourself.
nope, that's cheating.
How is that cheating? That's a collaborative effort.
It's cheating.
Okay, how about if I make the bow in 3D Studio Max and then we'll import it into Blender?
Well, you can do. I mean, the whole point really was for you to do a Hatbox gift box. So, I mean, if you want to complete it in 3D Studio, well, you wouldn't have to complete it. You'd have to redo it from scratch.
True. I have to say, peer review scares me to do because if you vote against the other people, like you can get like a black mark against you. Like you haven't done anything. Like you voted correctly, but because some weirdos that just want credits or something just passed something through or failed it randomly, then you suddenly look like a dum-dum and you have a black mark against you.
Well, I mean, when you consider that the rules for PR have changed over the years so that, you know, you can now put cuss words and cigarettes and certain things are considered GA, which they weren't previously. So if you're voting... Honestly. If
your friends are kind of sassy.
They're not... I've no idea who they are, but, you know, there you go. And that's the the problem isn't so much PR, it's the fact that the rules have changed and the policy in terms of the punishment for getting things wrong hasn't updated to change with it. So you shouldn't really be being penalised these days for PR, the wrong decisions with PR, unless it's a string of, you know, I mean, you might get cigarettes or some booze or some T-shirt cuss words wrong, which would be acceptable on occasion. But if you're getting a whole string of stuff completely wrong just because you're randomly clicking buttons, then yes, it's you should get penalised for that, but not in the same way that you would do if you just made an honest mistake.
I just skip things, and like if somebody doesn't have an icon for their product, you know, if they have like a pending thing in there, I just skip those. I'm like, you really couldn't make a product icon, like next. Because they're just going to resubmit it anyway. It's just going to go through peer review again. Like they're probably going to resubmit it before it passes through the first time or something. Like make a product icon, then put it through peer review. You could be doubling the number of times things go through peer review.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because you can, if you create the product and submit it, so it needs an icon for that.
I think are they talking about the bow?
What?
That you won't make the bow for me? They're saying
no, that's that. Yeah, Hulu is saying that I should put my foot down. No, no, I don't put my foot down. I have my way. But I use words.
Words like no.
Yes. No, the PR is it is a tricky thing for creators now, literally because of all the changes that have happened to it over particularly the last couple of years. You know, I mean, the cigarettes and the booze and the cuss words on GA items is the one that gets me all the time, because that used to be, and IMVU were really, really strict with that. And it's the same
Yeah.
with avatar icons, you know, the avatar stuff. That if you had anything that was related to non-GA products, and that's changed as well.
Yeah. So I think that, oh, somebody showed up to post their name.
Oh, hiya,
Who's
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
She's a Blender person.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, that thing finally showed up. Well, at least that wasn't totally naked in that icon. So,
No, but so that's, I mean, the number of times that you can submit a product because you want to get it into the catalog as soon as possible, but then you go back and edit the icon, you go back and edit the HTML, you go back and edit the keywords. So that's 3, 4, as many as 5 times that the same product is sent back through PR. For what particular reason? What advantage does that give you of just submitting?
yeah, they should just make people wait an hour or something. Like I have to, sometimes I send something through and then I'm like, whoa, whoops, I forgot something. But I would probably be a little more careful. And now these days with peer review taking longer, I think it would definitely be more careful and say, wait, have I done everything? Am I really ready to send it through? Like that's what people should do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't follow why, you know, you submit not you, but global you, why products would be submitted with incomplete information or placeholders. I mean, what advantage does that grant you publishing it now as opposed to getting all the things sorted out and then publishing it?
Yeah. So I think since we're almost done that I should mention something exciting about Friday.
Aye, aye.
Wims is going to join us. So I think I mentioned that.
Is
We
is
talked
that is that confirmed, booked in triplicate, and sent off to Vogon for authorization and sent back triplicate?
I don't really have it signed in blood or anything, but I do have like email confirmation. She's going to show up and she's going to decorate a room for us, and she's going to give us some tips on decorating a room and show people how to submit it as a decorated bundle to the catalog. So even if you aren't a creator, you could make a decorated bundle and submit it to the catalog, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, you don't have to make any of that stuff if you're just good at decorating, and you can make.
Yeah, but that's part of that's part of being a creator as well, isn't it?
But you don't have to be part of the creator program. So it's something kind of special and
Oh,
outside of
right.
that.
Yes. No. Right. I get you. Yeah.
So you can like make a public room and then be like, I want to publish this as a bundle. So she's gonna, I mean, Wims, if you look at the front of the rooms part of the shop, like she's always at the front of it. And she's really good. So she's gonna show us her stuff on Friday. It's gonna be great. And she's decorating a room that we're going to be able to put contest entries in. So we'll be able to show off some of the stuff people are submitting to the catalog and maybe mention them, mention who submitted what when we do that.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think Fridays, I don't know about Wednesday, that might be terrible, but Friday would be a good day for people to show up.
Well, I mean, we have 15 people in, so that's pretty cool. And they're now talking about subjects that I can't even mention on stream because that definitely would get us.
Oh. But they could be talking about animal husbandry or something.
Yeah, it's definitely not animal husbandry.
But it is things that are GA in the catalog. So I feel like
That's the point, though, because that never used to be.
but I just think people are too prudish. I mean, in this instance, because I feel like, well, no, they are like wet t-shirts, really. Like
Well,
they're
yeah, and that's the problem. It's like because isn't the well, originally wasn't the system set up to replicate the ratings for games? You know, the ERSA, ESR, ERSB, or whatever it is. You know, the video game rating organization that does the PG 13, 15. What?
I'm laughing at the hashtags that are being
Yeah. It goes downhill very well, not very quickly, but you know.
well, these
But
are legitimate
they are
IMVU.
but that's exactly the point. It's I mean these were things that used to be AP, and then it was changed for no particular reason. I don't remember there being any. There was never any official rationalization from IMVU. It was just that you could do it one day.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I just think if you have, okay, I don't know if you want me to say these words, so maybe I won't say it. Just
You,
never mind.
it, I think we're long past that.
Oh, okay. Well, I just think that wet t-shirts are a different thing, but you should just be able to show a little bit of nipple on a shirt because just like you could have that walking down the street or something and it wouldn't be like, oh, horrors. Except on the other hand, I do feel like as a society, we are moving a little more towards like, oh no, we can't see that.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll be
oh,
putting curtains around the piano legs next.
yeah, and you want to like everyone to wear like pasties or like these special inserts in their bra to make sure like nothing can
Yeah,
show
yeah.
this.
You
Look,
laugh, but I have heard things about. I have read articles about that sort of stuff on the. You know, like
no, I'm not laughing. I'm appalled by the
I know.
prudishness.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah,
yeah.
free. So,
Fifis.
oh, uh,
But of course,
that's
there is the complete and opposite flip side of that, where people just go completely nuts.
um, yeah. I don't want people to go completely nuts, but I
Yeah.
mean, just I don't know. You shouldn't have to wear a bra if you don't want to. Okay, maybe in an office, I don't know. But, walking down the street, I don't know. I just think people are just too
I am not saying anything.
yeah. So well, I'm kind of sad because I guess I told Prim, if she could gift people on our behalf, that would be great. And then I didn't know she actually did it. Um, and I changed my mind and I thought we could do it live right now, gift some people, but she already did it. So enjoy your gifts, people. Hope I don't
Oh,
too much money now.
oh. Well, you didn't exactly make that clear. So I think for the next time for the next time we do something like that, on the condition it be done live, shown live.
So that will be the exciting thing on Wednesday. We don't have whims or, probably Polly won't show up because she's really busy working on a project or whatever, but we'll have gifts. So, beggars unite. Come visit
No, no,
Twitch.
no, 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 no. That's not a good idea.
Oh,
Don't encourage beggars. I mean, it's one thing if people show up and they participate, which everybody has been doing so far, which is fantastic and fabulous.
right.
But yeah,
Well, we'll
what is
just,
it? Quality, not quantity.
yeah, just at the end, we'll just, gift some people. Who knows? Depending on how many people there are, maybe everybody, or maybe, I don't
Yes,
know.
see, I mean, Hulu points out that she asked the community manager and was told borderline. So if a senior community manager says borderline, how on earth are creators supposed to know? So you could be, I mean, so back to the PR thing, you could be going through PR, happy as can be, thinking that you're doing the right thing, and you get penalised for doing what you think is the right thing based on what, yeah, I didn't really want to say the name Hulu, so I didn't, but you could get penalised for that.
I think she's just trying to give Shannon a hard time, even
Yes,
though he's not
yes,
here.
yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. She's kind of making fun of a few
I
things. I
mean,
don't know.
do we get to the point where we need an illustrated guide as to what's appropriate and what's not, and what's considered GA and what isn't, as opposed to somebody just saying, "Well, that might be."
Yeah, it's really tough. And you could sell, like, you could say, okay, so I saw nipples in the catalog. It seems to be fine. I'm going to put it on mine. And you put it on yours, and then somebody flags it. And then somebody in customer service goes and, like, refunds 500 customers that bought your product because it got flagged. And that comes out of your money.
Yes,
And then you go to customer service and you say, but hey, I think nipples are okay, especially on my product, if because blah blah blah. Maybe customer service says, yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll put yours back to general access. But by that time, you've already lost the 500
and you
sales.
don't get that back, do you? You don't. They don't refund that, do they?
They refund it back to the people who bought the product, but those people aren't going to come back and buy your product again. In fact, they'll probably be mad at you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, this person is saying, I guess I need to work in Blender some more.
Yes.
Who, do we know that person?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Oh,
That's
so
Jimmy
this person
Rose.
doesn't.
Jimmy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
If I
that's
sound.
yeah. Well, no, it's. I mean, that's one of the
Oh,
Blender
wasn't that one
users.
of our people in the beta testing group?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not just with, as we've just been showing, it's not just with Blender these days. You can. There is a pathway. It may take a bit of fiddling, but there is a pathway from most of the applications that we have access to.
All these issues that people have, if it's like the nude colored minimum coverage guideline and stuff like that, like anybody can email this stuff to creator.advocate@imvu.com. Like you can, I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
put it in the chat.
Creator advocate at imvu.com. Anybody can email it there. But the thing is, like, let's say you're upset because there's something flesh tone in the sign up. It's called the ftux. If there's something in that sign up that you can choose a top that's like got this sort of nude colored bra on it or something. If you don't think that's right, like you can email that to me and I can like take that to this kind of panel we have of different people in the company where we talk about issues like this. But I need like screenshots. I need like an explanation of what the problem is. And I need some screenshots showing what people are talking about, whether it's like things that fail, things that had a nude bra and customer service said that's AP, and then screenshots of the thing that is being given out to new users. And we could take this to the panel and say, look, this, you got to do something and either take this out of the registration thing or, stop making these things AP because they're just the same. But we need all that data emailed to
Yes.
me at that address. And then I can do something. But if you just complain without emailing and sending pictures and stuff, I can't
Well,
do
I
it.
mean, in users' defense, there hasn't really been a clear pathway to dispute these decisions. I mean, once you get flagged, once the item is flagged during PR, that you don't have a pathway to say, hang on a minute, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, it's well, I mean, you can just file a ticket with customer service, but once they refund your customers,
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, I suppose from a creator's point of view, the broader issue is clarity on whether something is acceptable or not, and
yeah. Well,
that's the broader issue in terms of so sending screenshots of things that have failed to Creator Advocate, that helps because it then means, like you were saying, you have the database of stuff that you can, okay, this failed, this didn't, this did, this didn't. So what does that, where does that put us as creators?
well, and then the thing that it's in the new user outfits, like something you can get as a new user
Yeah,
that really might fail if a creator submitted it.
yeah,
Um, I think that's an issue, but I've talked to people about this before, and and they were saying, I mean, what I wanted was really just for a creator to be able to fix it. I mean, like, yeah, consistency in rating this stuff would be great, but what I really wanted was, like this. I hope Miss Maya doesn't mind me using her as an example, but that same issue happened to her, which is probably why they're talking about that one. Um, and they reversed all of these transactions. And so,
because
I'm
it's
like,
it's essentially with immediate effect, isn't it?
yeah. And honestly, the thing is like customer service knows who Miss Maya is. They're like, oh, Miss Maya, like they all know who she is. And they're like, she's so nice and all this stuff. And I'm like, especially, this creator, she's not trying to get away with something, that she toes the line and everything. Can you not, instead of just reversing all these transactions, take like 10 minutes
Yeah,
and say, can you fix this? Because she could fix it in 10 minutes if you just could reach out and say, hey, we have some complaints about your item. But I don't know, we just need more documentation.
yeah.
But I have to say, we have had a big discussion about some other stuff that Miss Maya sent us lately that's not about this exactly, but it's about some old products in the catalog. And well, I guess I shouldn't tell you about that
No,
because
it's probably not a
you
good
know,
idea.
you don't want people to know what people are doing. That would be bad. But
Yeah, no, no, no.
nude undies is allowed. I did not say that. Um, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but we were able to talk about it because of the fact that Miss Maya sent us a bunch of documentation about this other issue.
Well, I mean, that's from a creator's perspective. I think that's one of the things that they. It's all very well complaining at IMVU, but you do have to do your 5 pence worth of documenting what's going on, so that there is there are documents of what's happened that can be historically traced. Because without that, it's just, you might as well be throwing darts in the dark.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, Puckaroo. Well, I think this has been a long session now. We started almost on time.
Yeah, which is a
After,
record.
yeah. So I need to, you're gonna laugh at me. I'm like, I need to go home and make dinner. Like I wasn't sitting here eating trail mix half the
No, I didn't hear anything.
time.
Well, yes, I mean, we've been going now for 2 hours, I think it is. So, which is
Yeah.
2 hours and 20 actually, which is pretty
Oh,
good
well, you
going.
started early, which is great, which is
Yeah.
awesome. 600 sale, lost 600 sales. Yeah, that's
Wow,
terrible.
that's
And they're just like, they all know her in customer service. nervous, and like they all know who she is. And they're like, oh, and she's so nice. And then, but let's just refund all these people. I don't know. That was a while ago though, but we can revisit it since it seems like it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question before we go.
Aye, aye.
Not that we'll get it answered today, but so when I started at IMVU, I was working in the art department on WithMoji, and my boss at the time, he sort of gave me my IMVU staff name, which is JinxyWithMoji. So it's not really appropriate anymore. There's not really any reason to have WithMoji in my name. And WithMojis aren't even really being promoted that much anymore. So my name is becoming obsolete.
Yeah.
What should I have for a staff avatar name? I'm thinking of changing it.
Can't you just do Jinxy IMVU or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I was thinking of that, or like Jinxy with IMVU. Jinxy with IMVU.
Yeah. Just keep it simple.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm open to other ideas. But
So is this a mini contest for stream participants only, for the chat participants? Think of an appropriate name. He says, using his teacher's voice, appropriate, please.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Maybe, I mean, not for today, but
no, for Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about if I had a new name. We can talk about
suggestions. They could have suggestions for Wednesday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if people came back and were like, "This is what your name should be."
And maybe get another gift. Maybe.
Everyone make nude undies. Creator program manager said it's okay. Pretty sure did I say that?
No, that was not said at all. Unless you edit the video and construct a sentence that says that. That is not what went out live.
Give people ideas of spreading false information.
Well, yeah, fake news. What's news?
Yeah, fake alternative facts. Stop giving
facts,
people alternative facts. Okay, I am going to go. Everyone else can stay for 10 more hours.
No, that's it. We are shutting up shop for today, and we shall see hopefully everybody on Wednesday, where we may be able to encourage you with perhaps some more gifts. But
yes,
maybe.
I'm gonna do some amusement and gifting people things, because if we're working on that hat box, I'm hating that thing.
Well, we shall have to sort it out on Wednesday, I think.
I mean, I like the hat box. I just don't like the ribbon.
You what? So you want to do one like CodeRodents?
Yeah. What if we just take CodeRodents and stick it on that box?
No, that would be even worse than Googling images.
Why would that be worse?
Nicking somebody's actual mesh.
Well, I'll just ask him. And he sent you his file, and then you worked on it, and then you sent it.
Don't get me involved in shenanigans.
Oh, you're involved in shenanigans. Jinxy with you. Okay, come back Wednesday and tell me that.
Yes,
name.
Wednesday.
Save that name for Wednesday. Jinxy with Binksy.
What about actually? Yeah, so that could be two things. So gifts for people that turn up potentially on Wednesday, and then maybe an extra gift for somebody the name that's chosen.
People who participate.
But yeah, you've got to participate, not just.
If somebody comes up with an awesome name, I might even give them credits or something.
Yeah,
you know what I learned?
Yeah.
Guess what I learned this weekend? This is going to make me sound really noob, so
go on.
I learned that you can buy music on IMVU with credits.
You've always been able to buy music with credits, haven't
No,
you?
but I didn't know. No, well, personally, I haven't because I have so many friends on my friends list, and you would have to go and you'd have to load this page in that would load your friends' birthdays on the side, and there was some kind of bug where it would load each person in 3 times, and so it's like everyone who had a birthday like 3 times would be in this list, and so the page wouldn't load in, and I couldn't do anything with the music. So I really had no, plus also I had 6 credits or 6 tokens, like music tokens. So I just thought that you have to go and buy the tokens and then use them to get the music, like buy the tokens with cash.
Oh,
And then you would exchange the tokens for the music. I thought that's what you had to do because I didn't know because I couldn't use it myself. But it finally works for me now, which is awesome. I want to give a high five to whatever engineer fixed that. But yeah, so it's very exciting. I'm like, with credits, are you kidding me? Like, I have millions of credits. I should be just buying all of the music.
yeah, legitimate music.
Legit, yeah. I'm like, I guess I can't use it for anything but just like hanging out in a room on IMVU. But
Playing the tunes.
playing tunes on it actually makes IMVU a lot more fun. I've noticed. I never knew that either. I'm like, why would people just hang out in a room on IMVU?
Wow, you can't say that.
I can't say that.
No.
No, I just never really had the experience. I don't know. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Everyone's saying goodbye. Let's say goodbye
Yeah,
too.
all right. Well, they are like 2, 3, 4 minutes behind, so they're saying bye to our saying bye 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah, and then they're gonna be like, why are they still talking?
yeah, why are they still talking?
Yeah. All right.
So, all right. Well, until Wednesday.
Until Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. Where's the thingy-majiggery gone?
I always say that.
There we go. All right, Wednesday. Names, people, names.